I was there last week.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reversed that.
Did you?
There you go.
Is the problem is the van driver's still there?
No, I didn't even bother. I wanted to go the other way.
Ross, thank you for coming. We're here with Ross Bell-Chambers and Jack Handley and David Frampton. And today's little podcast is about doing the knowledge quickly, which both of you respectfully did. We want to hear your story about how you did it, because me and Dave have been talking before you arrived. We're quite interested for you to say how you did it.
How long did it take, first of all? How long?
Well, yeah.
I think I was about...
Thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for supporting Wizan. Please like, subscribe, comment and hit the notification bell for any future videos.
I think I was about 19 months.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, 19 months.
From when to when? From starting the Blue Book, first run?
That day I picked a bike up to a wreck was 21 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
so
what was your
mine
full-time, part-time?
Part-time.
I did it full time. So mine was, from Manor Station to Gibson Square to me wreck. It was about 19 months, wasn't it?
Well, I say part-time. I was like full-time with a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a strategy that I've often told people. It doesn't really matter that you've got a job, but you have to sacrifice the fact that you haven't got a life, and people don't do that part. So from my perspective, if I had a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, I'd be out on Saturday and out on Sunday. And then 2 evenings a week, Tuesday and Thursday, I'd be out doing my other 4 runs and 4 runs. So I'm keeping my 16 runs a week going.
Right.
And any other time that I'm doing, I'm learning and making sure I'm calling those runs. And you just got to you've got enough hours to do it. But a lot of people won't give up that sitting down and watching a bit of telly business.
Yeah.
It's a big difference, isn't it? You've got to use all your time. It should be your main. It should be your main hobby or your main job or whatever you choose to do it.
That's why
I had nothing.
That's why I decided to do it full time. So I knew I wouldn't be able to do what you did.
Yeah.
Have a full time job and do it. I just knew I wouldn't have to stay in power for that.
No, I don't, Jack. I agree.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but I know it can be done,
Yeah.
and there are examples. I think it's necessity, Ross, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that, Jack, we say we wouldn't be able to do it, but if necessity was there,
Yeah,
we'd do it.
Yeah.
We'd have the power. But I'm glad that what we did, if we did it full time, it's a lot more less stressful and happy.
I just literally
easier.
watched all of your YouTube videos and just done it word for word. Do you ever about tweaking anything, really?
Oh, well. Ross was the tweaker.
Did you watch them multiple
Slightly.
times?
Yeah, watched them. Most of your views are probably me watching it, just taking notes.
Well, that's what I say. You should watch it multiple, because you don't take it in, do you?
No.
When you used to do the seminars years ago, you go there. By the time you left, how much of it would you actually remember?
No, that's the point now. Actually, with the videos that I like myself, the seminars, I realised that I'm thinking I've got to give you value for your money, so I'm going to give you 50 tips, 50 things that you need to do that are going to help you. But you walk out with one. So with a video, I can give you the 50. And you can pick one out, but you can watch it again. And I kind of think that the video classes are much more valuable than the actual classes of sitting in with people.
Yeah, and you must keep watching them. You must watch them again and again, because there's things you miss, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. That thing, your main one, the one that's about 40 minutes long.
Yeah,
I've watched that. Must be about 30 times. Just every time, just even to the point where you flashed up like a sort of like a schedule.
Yeah,
what you should do Mondays, and I just copied that. Yeah,
Videos were what made me sort of. I was going down one avenue, and the videos what made me go the other way. Because I started Knowledge Point.
Yeah,
I was doing I'd done about 230 odd of their runs. I was doing 12 runs a week with the points.
Wow, that's hard work. Yeah.
So I was Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was out all day after work, because I work in a night shift, working in a fruit market. So I was finishing about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then all day out on a bike. And when you're going through them runs, you're proper keen, aren't you? You're coming through across all the videos. And the more I'm watching the videos, the more I'm thinking, like, what you're saying makes sense. Why am I learning stuff that isn't not necessary? So I got to about 230, 240, around that sort of mark. I downloaded the Riz Radius.
Yeah.
So I went right the way through the radius, got all the points I'd already got, and then I started, as I was doing the runs, if your points were on my sheet, I'd do them. If there wasn't, I'd just leave them. After about 30 runs I spoke to you, you told me I was still wasting my time. And then I literally just sacked off the rest of the points that I'd got Knowledge Point. And then I got to the end, and I I think I had about 1,800 of your points.
Yeah.
So I just, while you was going through your points, weren't you? I sort of just flew back around. I got about another 500 or 600 points, and then from there, I just took on your.
Yeah.
To be fair, that probably did help us though, because where you done your 320 runs knowledge point, I did mine Wizan.
Yep.
We was doing point to point and was all crossing over all
Yes,
different routes.
there's
taking
different colours from each route that you can pick up.
Yeah.
There's something funny about what you said there. The guy came yesterday and he wanted me to convince him to do the knowledge. I think I managed to, but to do the knowledge my way rather than knowledge points way. He's trying to weigh it up, and he's really, really one of those that he's looking into, very untrusting about the whole marketplace, and he's trying to weigh it up. He went to knowledge points talk, and he said there are guys there that said they did it Wizan way and it was just a disaster, and they've actually now doing it knowledge point way, and you've basically said the opposite. We know that it exists, that kind of idea. But then I showed him the radius maps, and I said, on Manor House Station, my radius map contains 12 points. On a knowledge point radius map, it contains 8. But when you filter it to what's been asked in the last year, more than 0. If you filter it to last year and 0, there's 0 points. So you're going to find 8, and if you do mine, you're going to find 11 points that no examiner is actually currently asking. Now, there's always this maybe they'll ask it. The problem with the maybe is there are 3,000 right now that they are asking week in, week out, that are mounting up to 20 times or more that you don't know. And as a beginner, you'd be better off knowing. And then we looked at a map that I just added some points to. So I've started adding all the new stuff that's 20 times asked. And there are some of my maps that go through the letters of the alphabet, A to Z, and numbers 1 to 12. So there's something like 26 and 12, 38 points on that map. And on your knowledge point map, there are 8 points. Yet every single one of these 36 in Piccadillys and places like that is a 20 times asked or more. You're now about to find 8. Then you're going to go to Streatham and also find another 8. And on my Streatham radius map, there is 0. There's a couple of radius maps in a quarter mile radius that nothing has been asked ever in 30 years. So you're about to find 8 points that have never been asked in 30 years based on the gamble that maybe they'll be asked to you. It's this thing of playing the statistics, isn't it? You want to... The knowledge is hard enough as it is, and it isn't a competition about who knows the best. It's a competition about how fast you personally get your badge. There's nothing else that's important.
Surely the examiners are telling you something now.
The examiners?
Well, they've never asked them in 30 years. They must be telling you something.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
Yeah. Although I think we got to about 21s, and every now and then a point would pop up, and you would like, yeah, that's on knowledge point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only like a
Got
few.
me out of trouble once. I was on gunning for the drop to 21s. He asked me the British Legion, Suffolk, on Braganza Street. That was a knowledge point.
Yep.
And he asked me it to the British Legion in Paddington.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. But apart from that...
Yeah, I didn't know both of them. So
yeah. I know the one in Southwark. I might have stretched for the one in Paddington. I don't know if... what I don't know now, I don't know if I knew it then.
I think. Is it Stephen's Gardens, is it?
In Paddington, isn't it Stephen's Gardens? No, I don't think I don't know now.
I don't know what that is.
The thing is, though, Jack, then now we're down to the lower percentages. If you'd have dropped those 2 points, you'd have lost 2 points, and you still got enough in the game to make it up. So, but the effort to have known those 2 points is huge. The value of what they would have given you is very less compared to what the effort put in. So how long exactly did you take, Ross?
21 months.
21?
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. And you, Jack?
19.
19 months.
Yeah. I think I slacked off a tad when I started doing my radius maps and all. And then we had probably a week and a half off when it snowed.
Yeah.
So take away that, I probably would have been about 18 months.
Yeah. But you do understand the butterfly effect, that you take away anything and you change anything and all of a sudden you're on a different path. You could be still on the knowledge now.
That's true.
Well, I didn't have a week and a half off when it was snowing like that. And I come off the bike, smashed the bike up, smashed myself up. So you've done the right thing. You
went out when it snowed. It's a bad move.
It weren't snowing. It was
slush.
Just ice.
Minus. Yeah, like. But the ice had gone. But I was going on the way to work, and there was a road with a dip in it, and it was like just sitting there. I come around the corner, and that was it.
We're crazy, aren't we? The things that we go through.
Yeah.
Is there anything, even though you've done it super quick, super well, is there anything now looking back you would change to improve it? Do it quicker, do you think?
His way from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from that, like I put everything into it, so that I couldn't have put more effort in any other. Like I couldn't have concentrated more on that than that, and I couldn't have done more that way than that way.
Tell us about the way that you study, because I know that this was one of the major benefits, is that you two had a partnership.
Yeah.
And that, David, like me and you, if we done the knowledge together, we'd be dangerous.
Yeah. You got to have someone same sort of level. I think.
I think.
Then you're the same. Yeah. Someone you get on with and all.
Yeah. Someone on the same
it's
page.
no good. Yeah.
Both wants to get it done quick.
You got someone who's saying, "No, I don't think I can make it today. I don't think," and you know by their calling or whatever, the effort's not there.
I think it helped as well because I'm from East and you're from West.
Yeah.
You're sort of stronger coming in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you was on point to point, what was your daily routine?
At the start, you're very slow, aren't you? So you're building it slowly. But when we got up to speed, we was 80 runs a day, weren't we?
Yeah.
Each.
Point to point.
Yeah.
In about 3 hours up here, wouldn't we?
80 each in 3 hours.
And I mean, that's top level. And then the top level obviously is showing with the time span.
But that was 3 days here, and then towards the end it was 2 days here. But we was both we had enough discipline to do the 80 runs when we wasn't here at home on our own.
Yeah.
So I'd still get through 80 runs at home.
Yeah. And we're talking about point to point, just to be clear.
And call the book every week.
The blue book was a standard.
Yeah, every week, yeah.
So my standard day would be, I'll get up, call 80 runs.
Mm-hmm.
I would do 3 hours point to point, aim for a sort of 60, 80 runs, and then go out on a bike, and then come home and do my points revision in the evening.
That's my advocacy of perfect format, because
doing that 6 days a week pretty much.
And you didn't have that luxury of doing, because point to point, Dave, when you're tired, point to point is hard work, isn't it?
It's hard dragging it out your head anyway, isn't it? Point to point is hard to pull it out your head if you're tired, or if you've done a load of anything else.
Yeah, remember that day I come here, I was so tired one day. I was like, I was done. I couldn't take you from here to the shop.
No, you can't see nothing.
Nah.
No, but you know my strategy on that one. I think I've done some videos on it. Well, if you ain't going to go home, but going home is definitely an option. But don't bother to think. Tell your partner, I'm super tired. I'll pen yours on. When it comes to mine, I'm going to look at the start, look at the finish. I'm going to quickly pen a line on that I think I would have called. We'll rub that off. I'll sit back and I'll call it and you pen it on. So at least I have done the answer. But by doing that, I haven't used any mental energy, because it just can't, you can't get the brain in gear, can you? You just can't get going. So whenever you still want to work and you're still tired, you're not cheating. This is about someone's asking you what the answer to 2 + 2 is, and they're telling you it's 4. You have the answer. That's what it is. You're trying to learn as many answers as you possibly can. And it stays with you, doesn't it? The memory of what you did. And if it repeats later on, you've still got the answer. But volume.
Pricey. Alan Price used to say, didn't he, have a rest, have a break.
Have a break.
Always, yeah. Because it's so good for the brain, isn't it?
Oh, you know what? So every single one of us have experienced that thing of, you sit down to do point to point and the run is just going bananas. You just don't think, and you just realise, I'm actually very, very tired. I think I need a break.
Yeah. That's why I feel tired now. I've noticed it. I've only been out like a couple of months now, but especially the first couple of weeks, I was shattered. Yeah. I feel like you're just using your brain so much, and you're looking out for cyclists and pedestrians, and you don't realise how sort of switched on you.
I always say to everyone, don't worry about what you earn. I know you come out at a busy time, but don't worry about first 3 months. Concentrate on not knocking any cyclists or pedestrians over and getting home safe.
Very good.
And it will come, because when you're out there, sometimes you haven't done it. You think, is that the left there? Was that? You are, aren't you? You might have cabbie's mate on waiting for it to come up. He's following your.
Yeah.
But you are. But so I just take your time first 3 months. It used to be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. That's how long. And after 12 months, it's water off a duck's back.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So for 3 months you'll be a different driver, 6 months you'll be a different driver, 9 months, and you're just polishing it off. By 12 months, that's it.
That's if you kill it, Dave, which you should do. I mean, don't pass out and then think, I'm going to not go to work too often. I really think you need to absolutely work hard for the first year so that the job becomes bread and butter, that you can do it in your sleep.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, you are always having to think. And then you're in it's a much more stressful job if you have to think.
Use it or you'll lose it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel I'm definitely getting a bit more comfortable now. Like the first, as I said,
so it's 2 months?
Yeah, it's mid-September, so yeah.
Over the 3 months, you're just getting past the first click. It's 3 months. You tell me in a year's time. You watch out for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. Each quarter you go by, you'll be a different driver. By 12 months, you won't. You'll be. I used to say, Paul Winters, well. When I first had him out with me, and I said the same thing to him. And if he was doing an app job, for instance, like it used to go off, and he would run. and we was having a coffee. He would run and roar up the road, panicking to get there. Within sort of 3 months, he was going, "Oh, it's all right. There's plenty of time."
Yeah.
Total different person. Having said that as well, like your time. Give us a quick, rough breakdown. So, from starting out doing blue books, how long did it take to do blue books?
5 months.
5 months.
4.5.
Yeah.
And that's all you did. You just straight did blue books. You
four runs a day, 16 runs a week.
Yes, and then what? Onto missing pieces. Did you do those?
No, I didn't do nothing like that. I was going to buy them, but you said no, don't waste your time. So yeah, it was just 4.5 months. Done my radius, got to about 1,000 points. Put in for my map tests.
Did you do them in order or what? Right?
That's where I muddled myself up because I'd done them in order. Someone said to me, "Why don't you
blue
try
book order or geographical?
Geographical." But then someone said to me, "If you pick them at random, it gets you moving around the map more." Which at the time I thought that sounds like a good idea, and that's what messed me up. Really,
what do you think, Dean? What's your?
It's all rubbish. Basically, there's a whole process. First of all, you know this idea that let's go to the knowledge point thing. They're going to do the runs and then do the radius, and they get told that doing the radius is going to let them know that area. Well, they're knowing an area that they have no idea is of any use. So even Manor House Station, for example, the quarter-mile radius area of that, in my day, was quite popular. Adolphus Road, Christina Square, all that was quite popular. But I reckon a lot of the guys out there wouldn't know that because it's not coming out.
Yeah.
So different radiuses have different values. But right now in front of me, there's 13 roads that I'd never heard of. So I'll get that done, which does have value. And I'll keep going through my runs and get them all done. And then it comes to the points. 90% of the points are central. And the geographical starts central. And then people say, yeah, but what if they ask you something in Streatham? You can't. So if you go for the one in Streatham, you didn't do the one in Aldwych. And that means there are 19 points maybe in the Aldwych that you haven't got in your repertoire, but you've got 5 that are in Streatham. Statistically, they're not in your favour. So let's say you've done everything that's central and you've got your appearance early. Just take your chance. By the end, you're supposed to get them all done. You're supposed to get about 1,500 done. That is going to give you a point in almost every area. But it's going to be balanced in the fact that most of the points are West End City, SE1, Chelsea, Kensington. These are the mainstay. This is where they all come up. So you need to have those all done, and they're hard. So when you neglect that and you think, I'll go to Harlesden, okay, good luck. Go to Harlesden, pick up the 4 points in Harlesden on the basis that they might ask you Harlesden, and you haven't been to Harlesden, you don't want them to know you've got a weak area. It just doesn't make any sense to me. The job's there to be done.
Yeah. I had a bloke once, I bumped into him at Chepstow Road. He was on his bike. He said to me, how you getting on? I said, yeah, all right. He said, we was at the same level, same run. And he said, how you doing? I said, yeah, I'm doing 4 runs a day. He said, it's impossible. I said, it ain't. I said, you just fly around here, like, get him off you go. He goes, no. He goes, I've been there. What he was told to do, I don't think it was by the school, it was by someone at the school.
Yeah.
So he said, go do the run, point 1, then you do point 1, then a run to point 2, a run to point 3, no illegal turns, all the way around to point 8, and back to the start of the run again, and then do the run. He finished off, all right, mate, I'll see you out there in about 15 years.
Yeah.
Was he 97 years old?
Unbelievable. Yeah. You got no U-turns, no illegal turns, just bang, bang, bang.
What are you saying? 4 months, blue books?
4.5 months, yeah.
Yeah. Points, roughly, how long? I mean, not all the time in points, but just to get to the written test.
Probably a couple of months, 2 or 3 months.
So approximately 6, 7 months. 7 months. And then did you put in for the test then?
So yeah, started January, map test August, first appearance in October.
How many appearances?
12.
There you go.
Yeah.
Same for you?
First, started the runs in December. Had them done about June, but I had a majority of the points as well at the end of it. So I had about a month and a half of just floating around getting the leftovers. And then, we had our map test same day.
Same day, yeah.
First appearance 1 day apart, and then finished exactly a month apart.
And then you partnered up at that stage?
No, I come to the school, because I originally thought you was over by
City
London
Airport.
Yeah. So I just thought that's too far for me. I can't. It's just
It was in May, wasn't it? We joined up the school about May time.
Yeah, and then I came, signed up, and Fiona said put something in a group. So I put it in a group. There was 1 or 2 like messers, and then I spoke to Fiona, and she said to me, "There's someone called Jack about your stage." So I said, can you have a word with him? And so she came back to me and said, yeah. She gave me his number. We spoke on the phone, didn't we? And we met up here about a week later, 2 weeks later, and that was it.
Yeah. Never looked back.
Never looked back.
Match made in heaven.
Never called with anybody else. Not one run with anybody
Loyal.
else. Yeah.
Yeah. So to recap, how many months from?
What, the whole lot?
Yeah, it's only a year.
I started in the middle of December and I finished on the 11th.
I mean, it's good, isn't it?
So 21 months.
It's just so good. It just shows people what youngsters can do. I think.
And then they're not exactly youngsters. And Ross is working full time.
Well, I think they are young compared to me and you.
Oh yeah, compared to me and you, they're definitely young. But the idea is, I do. There was something we said recently, like the knowledge takes such a long time is the kind of the standard thing now. And I started to realise that back in my day, there were more people in our grade, and I'm putting myself in your grade, although you've both done it amazingly well. There were more people that were, you'd sit down with a partner, and partners never missed partner sessions unless it was a disaster. You meet up, then you see the actual difference is that you'll get people when they're saying, yeah, the partner didn't come today, or the partner said he's got to do this, and you suddenly realise, well, that's the different grade. There is a different grade of people doing it, and there's less of them now at that kind of standard. And it isn't anything to do with our talent or anything else. It's just to do with the fact of, for me, the job was necessity. And I don't understand why everybody doesn't have that necessity when they do this. They kind of come in and think, I like my life where I do my 9 to 5 and I'm quite bored and paid very little money and have no freedom. For me, it just seems obvious. Get into this.
We were saying, I think, because we only ever called over with each other, it was, I just thought, oh, he's all right and I'm all right.
Yeah, we didn't know what the standard was.
We didn't know what the standard was. We just,
Yeah.
I was as good as him and he was as good as me, and that was it. It wasn't until you got later into it and you hear other people call and you see their lines, you think we're miles in front. We're miles. But if we had known that earlier, you don't know. You might have got a bit complacent and sort of.
Yeah, we just carried on going, didn't we?
Every appearance we had, even when I got the D, and every single appearance both of us had, it was positive comments coming out there.
So you had 1 D?
2.
2 Ds, okay.
Yeah.
What were they on?
I had 1 on 28, 1 on 21.
Okay, and you got no Ds?
1 D.
Oh, because you got an A, cancelled it out.
Got 2 A's, yeah.
2 A's, oh, okay.
Yeah, one D, the first 28s were gunning.
Yeah. And you must have got 1 A that was not of an advantage.
Yeah, 9 points, 20 on 56.
Wilkins, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's just as annoying.
That was a nice appearance, huh? Must say.
But the second D I got with Patel, I needed 6 points on 21s.
Yeah.
And he's asked me the 4 runs. I thought, I'll give it to me. This is it. He's got up and waiting for him to shake my hand. He went, "How did you leave this?" Where I was so confident, I didn't even think of the points. I flew off.
Yeah.
I've left 2 points wrong.
Oh.
But one was Oakmead Road, Ballymore. I've just left it right, leave on the right Ballymore, but you have to leave Ravenstone Street.
Yeah,
And the other one was the Guardsman Hotel. But when I went to the Guardsman Hotel, there was a van parked down the road delivering, and there was a cab that must have been picking up at the hotel. He's seen the van and he's reversed up, so he's sitting outside the hotel facing Buckingham Gate. Yeah. So I couldn't get down the road, so I thought I'll come back and look at it later at a different stage. And he asked me the point before I've gone back, so I'm thinking the cab's left on the right, you can leave on the right.
Oh, but the cab was being forced.
The cab, he's gone and reversed into the road the wrong way.
I was there last week.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reversed that.
Did you?
There you go.
The problem is the van driver's still there.
No, I didn't even bother. I wanted to go the other way.